Hey, what's up, guys? This is your girl Ashley Wells, and yes, I am getting into the Christmas festivities. So I'm actually preparing to wrap some of my presents that I've got here, get those going. But guys, so real quick, I actually just received a topic request, and the reason why I'm super excited because I love it when guys actually reach out and ask me to cover certain topics. Again, my channel's for everybody, so I do love the fact that guys are willing to do this. You know what I'm saying? All is welcome in my channel, no matter what. So with this one, guys, this one's a little different. This is going to simply he got catfished. Plain and simple. Like the name of this one is he got catfished. And the crazy thing is, in this day and era, catfishing is still a big issue. But it's very rare we get stories from the guy's point of view. I mean, we've seen it on the TV show, and it's so rare even today that guys are willing to express and talk about this. But he was like, you know what, this was such a crazy experience. He was like, yeah, I want to put it out there, and I want to see if others have experienced the situation as well too. So, guys, we have a situation where this is an older man. He's almost in his 60s, and he's been single for quite some time. He's trying to get back out there, put himself out there, and it's not easy to do that. You know what I'm saying? When you're at a certain age group, it's really tiring, as he put it. So, but he was like, "Hey, I'm not getting younger. Why not?" And before you know it, he got a decent amount of hits. Um, but one woman in particular really caught his eye. So, luckily they matched, they chat for a while, and now it's getting juicy. They're like, okay, you know what? We should talk on the phone. They talk on the phone, they share some, audio messages and things like that. So, Homeboy is really pleased about, the luck of this, because let's just be real, guys, trying to find someone appealing and that you can instantly connect with on these dating apps is extremely difficult these days. So he was really excited that he just quickly met someone that was, you know, unbelievably well, very well connected, and as well as he's connecting with too. And seeing how he's a guy too, he loves cats, and he meets a woman who absolutely adores cats as much as he do. So you're thinking like, okay, what's going on? So after talking on the phone for a while, he's really wanted to meet this woman. But every time he brings up, hey, let's, meet up for a coffee date or, a walk, there's always some kind of excuse. Now, quickly she screenshots, you know, the reason is showing the legitimacy of why she can't meet up. And usually it's her work schedule or whatever. Now, one thing that got him was he's an older guy. So when she screenshotted her work schedule, that kind of made him think a little bit like, you seem to be working a very strenuous schedule for you to be an older woman. So, he's almost in his 60s, and this woman supposedly as well is within the same group as he is. So, when you're at that age group, you're thinking about retiring or you already retired, But from what he was showing, this girl was working like two jobs and always busy. So that made him wonder, like, that can't be right. So at this point, he's like, okay, well, can we do FaceTime? And she's avoiding it. She's constantly avoiding the idea for them to even FaceTime. So he's like, look, either we're going to do something here. We're either going to meet up, do FaceTime, or I'm going to have to call us a quits. So she's willing to do a FaceTime. And lo and behold, it's one of the oldest tricks in the book. When you FaceTime someone and you can't see a damn thing. When they FaceTime, he said the only thing you could see was her forehead. And she kept saying, okay, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Can you see me now? No. Can you, is this better? No. Still saying, she's in a dark, dim room, he said. Dark, dim room, and the only thing you see was her forehead moving back and forth. And she's going on like, okay, this must be some kind of technical, issue. Did not mention anything about her phone having issues up until this particular point. So he's like, you know what? Even at my age, I can smell a scam. You know what I'm saying? So he just politely say, hey, you know what? At this point in time, I'm not going to waste any more of my time because it's apparently this is what's happening. Now, at this time, guys, they were chatting for 7 months. 7 months. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, dude, 7 months, you never met this person, and face to face, all these complication issues, and you gave her 7 months. Guys, trust me, I had a homegirl who lasted a whole year with just talking, texting, actually, just texting with someone on the phone. Didn't even have phone conversation, never met up. They were just texting. And, same fiasco. So sometimes people just get caught up with the story and with that hope. So, needless to say, he didn't even give her an ultimatum. The guy said, I was over it. So she calls him out of the blue and she's like, look, I'm so sorry, you're right. I've been making all these excuses. Why don't we finally meet? So the guy is really super excited. Super excited. He's ready. He's ready. So he was like, okay, that's wonderful. They decided to meet up at a Panera Bread, which coincidentally they both favorite Panera Bread. So perfect little ideal date for the first meetup, right? Guys, again, this is an older man. He gets there. The girl shows up, and as we all know, it wasn't what he was waiting for, what he was expecting. It was supposed to be an older woman. He was like, it wasn't her. And in a small frame, he kind of knew it wasn't going to be her to show up. Just how everything has been going. So what makes his case so much interesting is it wasn't an older woman or even an older woman that shows up. It was a very young woman that shows up. So he's expecting this lady to be in her mid-60s or even another older woman shows up. It was a girl barely 25 years old. Now, in this rare case, this guy was like, look, I'm not looking for a young woman. I'm looking for a woman that's within my age group, somewhere that I can grow old with and we can enjoy the rest of our days together with. That's what he was so heartily looking for. He was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in a younger woman. And on top of that, remember, guys, she said she was an admirer of cats. She loves cats. Well, found out, too, when she showed up, she admitted and said, I'm sorry, I do not have cats. In fact, I don't like cats. What I was referring to the cats actually was my 4 children. So she had 4 young kids. And he was like, I don't knock any parents or any young women who are parents. I don't knock that. But at my age, I'm not interested in this type of life. He was like, my kids are grown and gone. He was like, I'm just looking for someone I can travel with, again, grow older with, and, enjoy our days together. So in this rare case, guys, this older man was not even interested in, entertaining a young woman. He was like, I don't know if she thought I would be a sugar daddy, but he was like, not this one. So guys, yeah, this poor guy, got caught up with a catfishing situation, and he was like, I just can't believe it. Today's era, we're still experiencing catfish, and with a situation where a girl was fronting. Let me just put it this way: fronting to be an older woman. Catfishing is a catfishing. You got people who would do it to be a different sex. You got people who would do it to be older or younger. I mean, catfishing is catfishing, and it sucks. It really do. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But some people have, it wants their benefit. Catfishing someone else, and at the end of the day, I guess both parties be like, hey, well, we pretty much know each other at this point now. Why don't we work things out? I've heard cases like that where it do work in their benefits. But, man, I'm so sorry that this happened to you, and then you spent 7 months, definitely had some catfishing experiences myself, and it was a situation where one girl, she used her best friend's photos, and then another girl, she was using her photos that were like 15 years old. But what she was doing was she was AI restoring them to make them look newer and fresher. So yeah, got hit with that. And I'm trying to think, the last time I got catfish probably was about last year. But the thing is, thank God we didn't meet up. she got kind of peeped on because her excuses was just always wasn't working. I mean, this was just for us to even talk on the phone. There was always an excuse. So, yeah, I'm so glad I got out of that situation. But yeah, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I do hope that you don't give up. You know, there's some good ones out there. And yes, be careful of these catfishing situations. Especially just around this time of year, man. It's just so many scams and cons going on. You know, catfish or not, it's really sad. So, but definitely don't let that give up your dreams of finding that special lady for yourself. All right.